fellow teachers, and good morning to you and to your dear loved ones. Good morning also to the Honorable Dr. Yolanda Reyes. Good morning to the PRC Board of Professional Teachers headed by Chairman Dr. C.T.L. Navarro, Vice Chairman Dr. Pasion, and its members Dr. Paraluman Orquiron and Dr. Nora Epoy. Please allow me to thank my family as well, my mom and dad who are here, my friends, my uncle and my aunt, and my soulmate. Maraming salamat sa inyong pagsuporta. Also, there will also be one curse word o isang mura sa aking speech. But please forgive me. There will only be one, I promise. Teachers, pedagogues are important in society. We have lasting effects on lives of students and the people we touch. And you already know that. So let me begin with a story. Since I was 6 years old, I have always wanted to become a teacher. I guess it did not help that my mom is a teacher, my cousins and my aunts are teachers, even my grandma, who wanted to be a teacher, if not for World War II and the effects that brings life, so never forget. My mom has been running a small school for the past 26 years beside our house, and one of her classrooms became my playground every after school. I would invite friends over, I would use the blackboard, I would teach them, and up to this day, I have no idea why they even bother to listen. I would make them line up and say, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And they just listened, I have no idea why. I would bring them to field trips, which is the park across the house, while doing 1, 2, 3. I even made math worksheets when I was 6 years old using a dot matrix printer. Yung you know that printer, right? The ones offices still use. Now, there was this one instance I will always remember. One afternoon, I decided to teach vowels with my friends. You know, A, E, I, O, U. But for some reason, maybe I was bored, I decided to include and invent a visitor vowel. And for reasons, again, unknown to me, I taught them that. So, I would ask my friends, okay class, what are the vowels? Recite them. A, E, I, O, U, and C. So, they believed me. I am not sure how I messed up their reading skills. But those friends became pretty awesome and successful. So I guess the visitor vowel C is not that bad at all. Which brings me to my first point. What we say as teachers are so powerful. We all know this is true, especially those who have been teaching like me. Imagine a 6-year-old suddenly adding a vowel, and kids believing that person. Our words can change how people think. And a few days ago, a young teacher named Daryl Pasion in an article in Inquirer wrote an article about teachers' words. I messaged him in Messenger and borrowed this one from him. Told him I will be properly citing him. He believes that there's something problematic with how we use our words to encourage students to dream. We always tell our students, abutin mo ang pangarap mo. Mangarap ka ng matayo. Now, there's nothing wrong with dreaming for a brighter future, a financial stability, and successful career. But Daryl Pasion challenges this notion. Instead of asking our students to dream high, why don't we ask our students to dream deep? Kaysa na mangarap ka ng matayo, sabihin natin sa kanila, mangarap ka ng malalim. In this way, instead of asking them to grow wings and soar high, we tell them to grow roots and grow high. Magkaroon ka ng ugat para umusbong at lumago. Dreaming deep means instilling in our students a strong desire or a longing. Dreaming deep means our students do not just think of themselves but also of others. Sila'y magiging guro, doktor, abogado para sa kanilang mga sarili at para sa mga kapwa nila Pilipino. We always ask our students to fly high. Ayan tuloy lahat ng ibang bansa. At wala nang naiwan sa atin. At kahit walang masama sa pangingibang bansa, sana naman dumating ang araw ng mga tinuturuan natin ay hindi na kailangan makipagsapalaran pa sa ibang bansa para makamit ng tagumpay. Sana may tagumpay sa ating sariling bayan. So guys, don't dream high, dream deep. Now, after grade school, I totally forgot my dream about being a teacher. I got into Manila Science High School, and I will never forget my terror social studies teacher on the first day of class, Mrs. Cervantes. In our first year of high school, she asked us, now I will ask you, bakit natalo si Magellan sa laban nila ni Lapu-Lapu? Una, dumating si Magellan March 1521, ang Battle of Mactan ay April. Dahil pagdating nila sa Pilipinas at mababait tayo, pinakain natin sila ng kung ano-anong pagkain na hindi nila alam. So lumaban sila noong April na sira ang kanilang mga tiyan. Pangalawa, sakay ang mga barko kapag dadaong na sila sa Pampang, hindi naman ito sagad sa lupa. Kaya bababa sila at aapak sa tubig. Ano bang suot nilang damit pandigma? Leather boots. Subukan mong lumaban, suot ang leather boots. Try mo lang. At panghuli, nag-aral si Magellan sa war school. Sa Europa, magbibilang muna sila ng 1, 2, 3 bago magsimula. Ano ba namang malay ni Lapu-Lapu? Pinagbibilang pala sa gera. Ikalawang bilang pa lang, isa, dalawa, sugod! At namatay si Magellan. Now, these thoughts must be verified through history and literary studies. But nonetheless, this anecdote brings us to my second point. Teachers are responsible for wisdom and knowledge. The Magellan story instilled in me learning beyond what the book says. That same teacher made me realize that books are important. History is important, but it goes beyond memorizing. We do not teach history to memorize dates and names. We teach children history so they never forget not only the good things people did before us, but also the mistakes our society has made. Today, where a lot of wrong facts and shady resources are easily available to children via the internet, our role to inspire children to think critically has become even more important than ever. Nowadays, sadly, the book has lost much of its power because facts are now easily twisted and misunderstood. Don't you find it amazing that what's written in our social books, pinag-aralan natin ng grade school, tapos mag-quiz si ma'am. Nasa cover ng DepEd, nasa curriculum ng DepEd, sinaselebrate natin ang public holiday like People Power Revolution or even against martial law, parang wala na silang meaning. Ano yun? Niloko lang tayo ng mga teacher natin nung nag-quiz tayo ng grade school, na nasa libro sila at wala lang pala silang silbi. Now, this is not about what color you want to support. Ngayon kasi puro labanan na lamang ng mga pinaniniwalaan, hindi tayo nagtuturo para piliin ang bata kung anong kulay ang gusto niya, dilawan o berde, o kung anong mga kulay sa bahagahari. We teach history so we learn and we unite as Filipinos. So that we have a shared consciousness. We have a shared history. Hindi natin kailangan ng isang presidente na gagamot sa lahat ng ating problema. Ang kailangan natin ay maging isang bayan at magkaroon ng malasakit at pakialam sa bawat isa para sa inang bayan. So never forget. Going back to high school, all my classmates wanted to become engineers, doctors, nurses, lawyers, and nobody wanted to become a teacher. So kunwari hindi ko gusto maging teacher kasi nakakahiya. Eventually, though, I realized that in college, I've had enough of denying that I wanted to become a teacher. I eventually decided to shift to education, and you know what my mom told me for the first time she heard that? Sigurado ka ba, anak? Which is secret code for walang pera sa pagtuturo. Walang pera sa pagtuturo. I just decided, no, sige, I'll just think of other ways to come up with money so I can teach. I still shifted, I graduated with Latin honors and went straight to teaching. Now the thing is, I'm so sorry, but in the university, you're not required to get your license yet. So I think maybe they should do. But when I resigned 2 years ago, that was when I realized that I wanted to have my own license. So it took me 8 years and I'm so late in getting this license. And the test gets harder the farther you are away from your fresh grad year. So I have to refresh all of my studies and stuff. Which brings me to my last point. In Japan, senseis are more respected than lawyers. In Finland, only the top 10% of the senior high school can apply and get a degree in education. Only the best teachers can teach. If we are going to demand for a higher pay because we deserve it, you guys know that we deserve it, we must also make sure we are qualified for the race. This country needs teachers, but not just good and caring ones. Our country needs intelligent teachers in basic education. Hindi pwedeng lagi na lang, wow, guro ka, bayani ka ng Pilipinas. Ayaw nyo bang marinig na minsan naman, wow, guro ka sa bata, siguradong matalino ka. Bihirang-bihira ka makaririnig ng mga matatandang magsasabi sa'yo na ang tali-talino mo, maguro ka kaya? Kung ganoon lang ang narinig ko sa aking mga guro at mga magulang, di sana hindi ko na kailangan pang itago na gusto ko maging guro. To summarize, these 3 thoughts are all I want to leave with you. Please, teachers, make our students dream big, never allow them to forget, and be the best teachers you can be. I know, teaching feels so tiring and even hopeless. Hindi kayo nag-iisa. Believe me, I'm not a fresh grad. There are days in the last 8 years that I have been teaching that I've asked myself, may punto ba ang pagtuturo? Parang wala nang pag-asa ang Pilipinas. Hindi naman ako yayaman sa pagtuturo. Wala akong kotse at bahay. And then I remember the happiness I feel whenever I make children learn. Whenever I challenge them to ask questions, whenever I help them make sense of the world, I remember feeling that my life has purpose, that even if I don't have my own car or my own house yet, I know I am making a difference. Kasi sa huli, tangina, masaya magturo. Sana maging masaya rin kayo.